A venture capitalist is a firm. It's a group of individuals who raise money from another group of individuals, who are limited partners. And this money becomes a dedicated fund that then can be invested in companies. An angel investor tends to be an individual. Well, and the individual is investing out of his or her own savings. And they're usually by themselves and making independent decisions, where venture capitalists would work with other venture capitalists and would syndicate deals.
Instead of just teaching about pitches, which is what Armando does every day, is listens to pitches, is we're going to actually do a live pitch for you. I'm going to be the entrepreneur, and Armando will play the venture capitalist. Okay. Armando, hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug. How you doing?
Good, good. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no problem.
So right off the bat, I'm late. Obviously, I mentioned that. So this is very common. Things happen. And I felt like crap, but I was late getting on the bus, and I couldn't get over here in time. So I went ahead and I texted Armando's office, and I called ahead, and I said, I'm going to be there in 10 minutes. Please let him know I'm on my way. A key in finding an introduction to an entrepreneur through a venture capitalist are warm introductions, right? I didn't know Armando. I had no way to set up this meeting, but I actually met this guy on a plane, and so I used that opportunity to actually get a warm introduction, because the trust that Joe has with Armando was allowing me to get this meeting that I would never have gotten before. What I'm really trying to do now, one, because I'm late, but also to build trust with myself, is I'm trying to establish a dialogue and trying to connect with Armando in some way before I just start in and pitch what I'm here to do.
So as Doug mentioned, the warm introduction is very important, because I may get, maybe 1,000 business plans a year that we get. And so if those come through just regular email or a cold call, it's very difficult to handle those, because we don't know, there's no way to filter that. So, but if an introduction comes through somebody that I know, then that's already validated the person, that's already gives them credibility. So this is a very common thing where people will ask an NDA to be signed. And while Doug may not know this, he might be the second or third educational app company that comes in to see me that week. And so if I were to sign a confidentiality agreement, and these things are generally very broad, educational app, I couldn't do my business.
So we've gotten to the point now where Armando is asking about my business model. He wants to understand how I'm going to make money as an entrepreneur. And if we're not making money, we really have just a hobby. So in order to make money, I've had to develop a strategy that we call the business model to pitch to Armando. I just wanted to describe a few more things about our business. First of all, on a competition front, we think we're the first company to ever do this. There's frankly no other competition out there for this type of learning.
It's clear the issue of no competition. You may be surprised, but there are many, many startups that come to talk to us where they really say there are no competitors. And so, and that's always very difficult, because obviously the world is working without your product in some fashion, right? So there is some competitor, even if the competitor is to do nothing.
So Armando, why don't I show you how we're going to actually convert this into revenue over the long term? This is the slide that most entrepreneurs dread to put up in a pitch, because the financial projections, no matter how you present them, are going to be wrong. In that you're really taking two approaches here. One is you're going to be very conservative and show a very slow ramp, which would then look like you're not being very aggressive. Otherwise, you could take an approach and go very aggressive and knock this out of the park, and then you could be considered naive. So as an entrepreneur, I'm trying to balance which of those. I'm going to present a final slide to Armando, and I'm going to pitch for the close, which is going to include me requesting a certain amount of financing, as well as how much I value the company. I'm a little hesitant again in this situation because I'm not sure how much money to ask for, right? And I'm also nervous. I don't want to give up too much of my company, because if he invests, then I'm going to have to give up part of my company. Right now, the three of us, we own 100%. And if I give up some to Armando, that's less for me. So I'm trying to balance that.
What I'll tell you that we'll do is we're going to have a Monday morning meeting with my partners, and then we'll discuss it, and then we'll get back to you at that time.
So for those of you who don't know what that means, socializing with my partners on Monday basically means it's not going to happen. Okay?